A dude named Kemp asks, do you guys ever cry at movies? If so, are there any specific movies or scenes that always get to you?
That is a very, very personal question, and an odd thing to say here in a public forum, because it's kind of hanging your underwear out in the plaza.
Yeah, well, we talk about movies, and we talk about how they affect us, and we talk about our emotions, so, I mean, it seems like an odd thing to be uncomfortable about.
Every moment that might make you cry in a movie, somebody else would see as silly, or corny, or not that serious.
Well, that's their problem and not your problem. Well, I don't cry in my normal life, so I look forward to movies giving me these much-needed emotional releases. And the one that does it the most, It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah?
That's like a tear machine.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I get to Don't Hit My Sorry or Mr. Gower, the box of Kleenex comes out, and by the end it's empty. I have to watch it by myself. I can't even watch it with Tona anymore.
There was a teacher in my high school who every Christmas would show that to every one of his classes. So 6 hours a day over a 3-day span leading up to the Christmas holiday. And everyone reports that when he turns on the lights, wiping his eyes. It's a movie that never tires out the tear ducts.
No. Schindler's List.
Everyone has their own spot in Schindler's List.
You know what scene didn't make me cry?
Which one?
The big speech at the end.
The big speech?
I thought it was a little overdone and melodramatic, kind of like the end of Saving Private Ryan. Spielberg does that sometimes. He pushes it too far.
You're talking about the...
Liam Neeson. I could have done more.
You see, this is what I was talking about. That's when I cried, Matt.
That's okay.
If someone is punching you long enough, eventually he'll crack the skin and blood will come out. And Schindler's List is that emotionally. And at that point in the movie, I'm like, all right, you got me.
Uncle Schindler's List, Uncle. I've got a bunch of movies that I've never seen before. You don't know what they are. Every episode, I'm going to spring one on you. It might be good, it might be bad. We'll watch it and talk about it. Welcome to The Basement. Welcome back to The Basement, Craig, for the beginning of Season 5.
It seems like it's been so long.
I know, it's time for us to watch a movie.
What?
Now, as you know, I like to kick off the season with a bang, something that's going to grab people's attention. For the beginning of Season 4, we watched Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, a Russ Meyer film. And that is our most viewed episode from Season 4. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Are you ready to ride? You better not ride slow, because we're watching Faster, Pussycat. Oh. Kill, kill.
Yes! Since we watched Valley of the Dolls, I was like, oh man, I gotta see Faster Pussycat. And luckily, I didn't.
Released in 1965, FPKK stars Tura Satana, Laurie Williams, and Haji.
Haji.
Russ Meyer reportedly chose this title because he claimed that a movie has everything when it contains speed, faster, sex, pussycat, and violence. Kill, kill. Writer-director John Waters had this to say of the film. Faster Pussycat Kill Kill is beyond a doubt the best movie ever made. It is possibly better than any film that will be made in the future. This is the end of cinema right here.
I'm glad I lived long enough to see this movie.
Russ Meyer was not only a director, but he wrote many of his own screenplays. Maybe someday you'd like to write a screenplay. Well, this gift might just help you do that.
Rory's Story Cubes.
You don't have to write a story, just roll one up.
Let me see what I can do here. The story is Cthulhu had some poison and he thought he was a mountain that was boiling. Then the dinosaurs came back in bone form, but they disappeared when they fell down a pit and landed on an axe so they could fit into a backpack. That is the story that I just wrote. It makes sense if you look at the cubes.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway over to the old leather couch where we are going to have bosoms and fists thrust at us while we watch Faster Pussycat Kill Kill. Pussycat
Kill!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Violence.
Pleased to meet you, Violence. My name's Gluttony.
Wild living fast, and if you want to end up giving your all, Pussycat is living reckless, Pussycat is right mind.
If you think that you can take her, well, just you try.
You know the song?
Oh, yeah. Varla, Rosie, and Billy are cruising down the highway in their fast machines.
They just got off work at the Go-Go Club, and they're off getting kicks driving fast down the roads.
Billy stops to take a swim.
How long you going to let the cookie bro the showboat like that?
Vampira. Rosie doesn't like this.
I'm gonna love squeezing you out.
And then I'm gonna make you the pizza.
So she's the Chico of this Marx Brothers. That's right.
You'll never make the Olympics, baby.
I was on the Italian Olympic fighting wrestling water team.
From what I've seen so far, it is 80% likely that John Waters was right.
Break out some sauce so Rosie can clear her throat.
I got a pesto and an aioli.
Now we can all do the Hully Gully.
And then another car comes out of the distance. It's Tommy and his girlfriend Linda.
They're a couple of swell kids who like soft drinks.
Would you like a soft drink?
No? A soft drink, chef. We don't like nothing soft. Everything with us has.
Yesterday I drank a marble coffee table. Very hard. And Tommy fancies himself a bit of a racer.
A safety first, Clyde.
Are you trying to say something?
Some hot words are exchanged, and Varla challenges Tommy to a race. Is that Jeepers Creepers that they're playing? Jeepers Creepers, where'd you get those cars? Tommy loses. He doesn't like losing, and Varla doesn't like Tommy. They fight.
Varla kills Tommy.
They load the hysterical girlfriend into the car.
They knock her out and put her on drugs.
And they drive off.
Cars need gas, and so they stop for gas.
Oh, here comes the comic relief. Larry Storch, ladies and gentlemen. Have some spirited banter with the filling station attendant.
You know, that's what I believe in. Seeing America first.
You won't find it down there, Columbus.
I have to say, he's holding up his end of the conversation quite well, considering the breasts that are present.
We got 2 more cars to go, 8-ball. Don't make a career out of it.
Hey, squirrel bait. Why don't you chop on the fill-em-ups? Come on, hay bale. You're taking too slow of a time. And he tells them the story of these 2 weird guys who live in a farm. The big guy is kind of simple-minded, and the little guy is his father. He can't walk. Apparently, they got a lot of money out there. And Varla starts to get ideas. Hey, let's follow these 2 out to that farm. We'll steal some of that money, and we'll scram, get away from our crime that we've committed.
They track the old man back to his ranch. Why do we hang out with Varla? She's always making us cause crimes.
I believe it's commit crime. Varla peers through the window. This pussycat's too slow. Let's return it to the pet store. And she's caught.
You see anything interesting?
Seems like a week can't go by without somebody messing around.
Everybody's doing the mess around.
They let them vote, smoke, and drive, even put them in pants. So what do you get? A Democrat for president.
I host a talk radio program. Perhaps you'd like to listen to it sometimes. We're just a bunch of girls. We need some water for our cars. Can we use your water from your water tank? Well, sure. The old man leers hungrily at these young, busty ladies, and he seems to have some unsavory ideas.
Yeah, we'll have these girls around. Hey, big lunk-headed son, we're gonna teach them a lesson. Kill them or something, I don't know.
There might have been some murders that happened here. I'm not positive.
Varla gets permission to water up their cars and other things.
Oh, this is such a gas.
The old man invites them to stay for lunch before they go on their way.
Let's go, boy.
Eega. Billy, she sees the big lunk-headed son and is like, I want to climb that tree.
But all he wants to do is lift weights. Linda stays outside with the creepy old man with the shotgun. There are screams and they run outside. Linda's knocked the old man over and run off. She runs into a friendly man in a truck named Kirk. It's me, the boring one. And she says, help me, they're all murderers. I need to get out of here. And Kirk's like, all right, I'll help you. But it turns out Kirk is the son of the old man.
She's brought back into the trap.
Oh no. Linda's never going to escape this crazy situation.
Don't you understand? They'll kill me! I'm
Has there been a scene in this movie where at least one person hasn't been screaming?
Nope.
It's good, because screaming is in our Hall of Fame.
It's time for lunch. Chicken and a big plate of celery.
He cooks better than his ma.
He doesn't sew, too, does he?
Only his wild oats, honey.
Looks to me like she needs professional help.
I think he's right.
We should get to a psychiatrist.
And lots of grievances are aired.
I just hate him. And he's my blood.
She killed with her bare hands.
She's got bare hands? Ah! The old man's drinking some whiskey, and Billy says, hey, let me have some of that. Billy gets drunk.
That's why I do things. To feel good. I can turn myself on 12 different ways. You've only got one channel.
WGN. You can watch the Cubs. Bozo.
You're bagged out with sauce.
Hey, Craig, I just had some drinks and now I'm drunk.
We must watch the movie. You get off this sauce, it makes you bug. Varla's like, hey, you want to end up dead? Don't.
I think lunch is over.
I want to talk to you. It's important.
I want to talk to you about Scientology. It's really great, if you've never heard of it. You should come to one of our meetings. But she talks with her lips, if you know what I mean. But that guy...
Someone's got to kiss Kirk. And they start doing it on the hay.
Things get hot and heavy. It's interrupted by the fact that Linda has run off again.
Seems like an awful lot of action around here.
Not as much as what's happening in this corn crib.
The old man and the lunkhead, they're trying to catch up to Linda.
That's all right.
Chase after her real slow, just like Karma Police.
We know what to do now. Just like before.
The Radiohead video, Karma Police.
The lunkhead chases after Linda. He tackles her.
Advances on her. He's going to kill her or something.
She starts screaming and he's like, my brain hurts. I don't want to do this. I'm not a bad person.
They want to go back to the house.
You're gonna find it kind of hard to drive without any keys.
I got the key right here. Come and get it.
He says, when I threw the keys off into the desert, you'll never find them. He says, fine, we'll walk. They go off walking. Varla says, all right, old man lunkhead, get in the car. We'll take you back.
Billy says she wants to split. She's had enough of all this jazz.
See you in church, huh?
Varla says, I don't think so. And she throws a switchblade into Billy's back.
Whoa!
Billy's dead. Oh, the big lunkhead, he doesn't like that at all. Is it alright that I keep calling him the big lunkhead?
It's too late now.
Yep. And he gets all sad with the emotions.
They run down the old man.
He's dead.
Things are escalating quick.
Yes, this is like Act 5 of Hamlet. Everyone's dying. Money evidently has been hidden in his wheelchair the entire time. Rosie goes back to get the knife.
Brother gets it first, and he stabs Rosie to death. Why, you are so crazy. Everybody dying. You can't run this guy down with a car. Oh, shit. Oh. I guess you can. You think that's going to stop a muscle-bound mountain like him? No. She tries to crush him with the car. This is like Over the Top, but with a car.
This is Over the Top, all right.
He's stronger than a car. The car just drives itself into the dirt like in a cartoon. Varla gets in Kirk's truck. She's going to run over Kirk and Linda. She's tired of all this running around. She's just going to kill everybody.
They are on foot. They try to escape using geography. Varla gets out of the car and says, this ends now.
There's karate chops and wrestling. You may have the size advantage, but she has the bust advantage. And then Linda gets in the truck. Varla is dead. Kirk takes Linda off to reunite her with her family. Faster, Pussycat. Kill. Kill. It's that she doesn't see what's wrong from right. She's running fast and free. Child of the night. I love that theme song.
Yeah.
And I heard it many, many years ago, back when I was in college, 1991. I listened to that record right behind you. The Cramps, Smell of Female, live at the Peppermint Lounge. And Smell of Female is also a quote from this movie.
The unmistakable smell of female.
This movie has had other pop culture influences. There's a quote from the film,
Like a velvet glove cast in iron.
which ended up being the title for a Daniel Clowes book.
Very interesting language in this movie.
I think the dialogue is the best part of this movie. It really pops. In case you missed some of those great lines, here's a short little montage of some of our favorites.
One more slider flake and it's wipeout. Just your job, squirrel. Fill it up.
You got him in Frisco, it don't mean you got him in Dubuque.
I've made some funny scenes before, but this cops it.
You Tarzan.
Now, why don't you drop that tree you're holding and let's grab a line and swing a little, huh?
Just like we're gonna find a big hunk of that long green.
You one-band broads are drag.
I don't care if you want to walk yourself into a sweat in the desert, but what about the frail? Come on, use your noodle.
There is a lot of style. It's not just large breasts and curious angles. There's like the...
Large breasts and curious angles, that was Russ Meyer's autobiography, was it not?
Yes. It is beautifully shot, or interestingly shot, at various points.
It has a point of view, it has an artistic sensibility.
Yeah, the scene where the man stops the car with his own strength, it's shot well enough that you really believe that it's happening. It seemed like a cartoon right when it's starting, but then you're like, come on, man, stop the car, you can do this, you can do it! I don't know what movie I was expecting. I thought that the women of the movie would be the heroes.
Me too.
As opposed to one of many villains involved.
I thought that something bad would happen to them at the outset, and then they would hit the road. Thelma and Louise plus another one.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was, and except for the fact that they'd be more aggressive.
It's pure nihilism, like the late 60s.
But it wasn't that late in the 60s. It was 65. Things had started to go bad, a few assassinations. Vietnam had started, but it really didn't hit the lows of the late 60s quite yet.
But the counterculture was really surging ahead, and I think that's what this movie is all about. Just the fact of the two kids that come in. Basically, this movie murders Tab Hunter and terrorizes Gidget. And I think that's the message. It's like, hey, middle America, we're coming for you. And we'll kill you for no reason, and we'll drive off laughing.
That's a lesson to go away with. Now I'm nervous. I'm not going to like the walk to the car.
Do you think this movie has any sort of feminist message? Maybe just that women can be powerful.
Yeah.
And also that women can be monsters. Mm-hmm. Women can be villains. They're not just demure ladies who sew and cook and look after men. They can go out and be vicious killers.
Yes.
Which maybe isn't a positive message, but it's something.
Yeah, it's different than Doris Day.
I wish Rosie was more of a character.
Yeah.
She seemed very superfluous.
I guess back in 1966, implied lesbianism was all the character you needed.
Final thoughts on Faster Pussycat. Kill, kill.
It was fast.
Yep.
There was killing.
It's two.
And there was a pussycat.
There was.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, get into your car and rev up those engines. But don't commit vehicular manslaughter. Instead, go to our website, welcometothebasementshow.com. You can see all the episodes we've ever made. There's all kinds of surprises. And there's a PayPal donation button. You can donate a few dollars to support our show. Just like Raleigh did. And he says, your intellectual commentary has inspired me to watch movies in an entirely new light.
Brooklyn, who says, I was wondering if you could give my boyfriend Jason a shout out because his birthday is on February 7th. Nothing would make his 18th birthday better.
Hey, Jason!
Jason, you're 18 now. Vote responsibly. And have a pack of cigarettes.
No, don't do that. If you'd like to find out who the rest of our donors are and see what goodies we got in our mailbag, you should check out our brand new show called Welcome to the Basement Unboxing, and that's going to be happening this coming Friday. That's right, new Welcome to the Basement commentary every week. It's going to be a fun show. There's going to be surprises. I'm going to update you on my progress of watching all of the Zatoichi movies in 2016. And I will be having a special surprise for you that, believe me, you do not want to miss. So check out Welcome to the Basement Unboxing this Friday. And now it's time for Seen It, you crumb. Hey, lunkhead. I thought we could take a break from all the kill and maybe explore the softer side of cinema. And so our theme tonight is romance.
Ah, kiss kiss.
Scott Corin writes, have you guys seen other versions of Romeo and Juliet, specifically West Side Story? Do-do-do-do-do. Seen it.
Seen it.
I watched this under protest. A woman who I really wanted to be my girlfriend forced me to watch it and didn't enjoy it out of spite, but I really want to revisit it because I know it's, one of the classic musicals.
If the girl you want to date asks to do anything with you, don't protest. Maybe that's my tip for you. It's too late. You seem to have found...
Well, if you only could have told me that back then.
Yeah. Also,
It all turned out.
Not that night.
Hey.
If I would have known you back then, I would have told you to go for the movie. if not the girl.
What did you think of this movie?
I thought it was amazing. I was way into musicals back when I was a young theater major. It was just so vibrant and alive.
The colors are so great.
Jason Gomez writes, "You guys should watch Black Orpheus. It won an Oscar and is great, so watch it."
I've seen it twice, and man, what a great movie.
It's fun, and it's sad, and it's really unlike anything.
Takes place in Rio during Carnival.
Amazing music. It has amazing dance numbers, but it's not a typical musical. It's just kind of these people's lives have music in it.
The lead actor isn't even an actor. I think he's a soccer player, and the guy just found him on the street. He was like, "Do you want to be in my movie?" "Sure." "Do you want to be the lead in my movie?" "Yeah, why not?"
"Can you sing?" "Yeah." "Play the guitar?" "Yeah." "Good."
Catwoman and Harley writes, "Have you seen Billy Wilder's The Apartment? It's one of my favorite films of all time, and the end always makes me cry like a total baby." Seen it.
Seen it.
One of Billy Wilder's best.
It is Billy Wilder's best. Billy Wilder isn't really thought of much for his camera work in his movies. And then you watch The Apartment, and everything is perfect.
Big rows of desks.
Yeah,
and,
just how oppressive that is. If you like Mad Men, this is obviously an inspiration for that.
And you got Shirley MacLaine, and she's cute as a button.
And
she breaks your heart.
She's so adorable, and she can just turn on a dime from being funny to just being so
vulnerable.
But the only flaw of the movie, I'd say?
What?
Jack Lemmon. He goes too far. He's an actor who just spent his early career, directors were telling him to dial it back. And so when he's making spaghetti, and he's like, making spaghetti, this is what your problem was with Some Like It Hot.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't have that problem with The Apartment, though.
It's a forgivable flaw.
He's so mousy throughout the whole thing, and he finally meets this woman who brings out these feelings in him, and so he's gonna, clown around a little bit.
Yeah.
And he's gonna feel alive.
Daniel Simonetti Racy writes, "What about Annie Hall? Seen it?" Seen it.
Oh, yes, of course.
Dozens of times. I don't think I'm exaggerating. My problem is that when I was young, I thought you were supposed to be like Woody Allen in relationships.
I think I had that problem, too.
Just being neurotic and awkward and self-effacing.
And you'll get to date Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
And Diane Keaton.
Yeah, it'll be great. Annie Hall might be the most creative movie to have won Best Picture.
Well, it's so structurally unique.
Mm-hmm. It all moves so smoothly throughout the entire thing.
And it's so human and it's so romantic. That's Seen It.
And that's our show.
We watched Faster Pussycat Kill Kill. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. And you should check out our next episode because that's going to be our date night. We're going to watch a romantic movie together. In the past, we've watched romantic tragedies. This one might be a tragedy. It might not be. You won't know until you tune in. We'll see you then.
Yes, we'll see you.
Why do you always have to be so threatening?
I don't know.
It's this movie.
I just want to drive fast.
Pussycat. 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 Pussy.
You're bagged out with sauce.